Canelo comes out there what Canelo should do, Canelo wins the fight. Canelo comes out and does what he shouldn't do, Crawford wins the fight.
With Crawford, what are Crawford's keys to victory when you are fighting someone like Canelo, who, albeit maybe not in height, but in stature, is a much bigger man than him?
Control the center of the ring.
What do you think about Terence Crawford calling out Canelo?
You know, I don't like that fight.
I say Terence win. Yes.
What? Terence win over Canelo?
Yes, Terence win.
The boxing world is buzzing with excitement as Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford have agreed to a huge fight. Many boxing legends and analysts have shared their thoughts, and opinions are divided. Some think Crawford's skill set gives him a strong chance to win, while others feel Canelo's size and power could be too much. Boxing legend Mike Tyson doesn't support a matchup between Alvarez and Crawford, saying Crawford had trouble with Israel Mardu due to size and awkwardness, and facing Alvarez at 168 pounds might not be a smart move.
What do you think about Terence Crawford calling out Canelo?
You know, I don't like that fight.
Why not?
I don't like that fight. It's just too much weight, you know, and he had a close fight with the last guy he fought, Terence, because this guy was big and he was awkward. He was really awkward. He shouldn't have fought that guy. He should have fought a guy that was just come straight at him. The guy was too awkward.
He's herky jerky, yeah.
David Benovitz has an intriguing view on this fight. He thinks Terence Crawford actually has a real shot at winning. In fact, Benovitz wouldn't be surprised if Crawford pulled off an upset, since he has the skills, mindset, and work ethic needed to beat Canelo.
Looks like it's going to come to fruition in September. What are your thoughts on that bout?
I have nothing to say. It's a good fight, and it's a good fight. I wish both of them the best.
All right, next question. Do you use that for motivation at all? Like Canelo's like, you know.
I definitely do use that as motivation because if I was such an easy fighter and target, he would have came and beat me already. Just for him not fighting me lets me know how dangerous I am.
How would you approach a fight?
Is there scissors? Is there scissors? Ask for scissors. Go ahead.
How would you approach a fight with Terence Crawford if it was you against Crawford?
To be honest with you, if I fought Terence Crawford, I would definitely use my size, my reach, my weight to my advantage. Crawford is a very smart fighter, but I guess thankfully I'm not fighting him.
Same time, Benovitz admits he isn't eager for this fight to take place. He notes that Canelo is the big money opponent everyone wants to face, but he personally disagrees with Crawford moving up so much in weight.
Crawford throwing his hat in to want to fight Canelo at 168.
I mean, everybody wants to fight Canelo. It's the money fight. You know what I mean? I think even Inoue would come up to fight Canelo. Canelo wanted to fight him. I mean, I don't want to see Crawford to fight Canelo, to be honest with you, but it would be. I'm not saying it wouldn't be a great fight. It would be a great fight, but I feel like if I deserve my opportunity, and and after this fight, what else are you gonna say? You know what I mean? This is a tough fight. You know, the top WBC, the top people ranked at the WBC are fighting each other. So I mean, it should be an easy call. If I can't get those fights, then I'll go up to fight Bivol, or I'll go try to, you know, I set my conquest on 175. Like I said, I don't want no handouts either. I want to, you know, earn my spots everywhere I go, even at 175. But you know, I see that weight class. You know, I want to become champion at 175, and that's exactly what I'm.
Alexander Usyk, a top-level technician himself, views this fight as a clash between size and skill. He recognizes that Canelo has the natural size advantage, which will matter in the ring. Still, Usyk believes skill can overcome size. He thinks Crawford's sharper technique and superior boxing ability give him the edge, saying that in his view, skill wins fights and Crawford is the better boxer.
A potential fight between Canelo and Terence Crawford. How do you see that fight? Who do you like?
Terence. It's
wow,
my friend, but it's crazy man. Listen, I say Terence win. Yes.
What?
Terence win over Canelo.
Yes, Terence win. But listen, Terence, it's different man. Terence work in две стойка.
Two sides.
Two sides.
Right.
And switch hitter.
Yes.
He's a switch hitter.
Yes.
Right and left. But it's very smart man. It's very, very, very smart. But feel distance and place.
Adjustments.
Spacing,
exactly.
boxing.
You don't think the weight difference will be a factor too much?
Mario, you're asking him?
That's why. That's why I'm asking exactly.
Canelo big, yeah. Canelo too. It's a good boxer, but I say
Wow. Roy Jones Jr., another boxing legend, has shared his prediction for this fight and sees two possible outcomes. He believes that if Canelo is in top form and fights at his best, he will win. But if Canelo isn't at his peak, Terence Crawford could take advantage and claim the victory. According to Jones Jr., the fight will come down entirely to which version of Canelo shows up that night.
A lot of people are saying like, hey, you know, forget about Canelo. That was a tough fight with Madrimov. Go ahead and give Boots a shot. Give Boots the chance. But Eddie's saying, hey, you know, I think Crawford's saying, hey, give me the Canelo fight or I'm not fighting. I'm done.
Why? What he got to prove to Boot? Boot trying to take over and start beating the guys around him, prove that he's the best of that group. Bud is in a group above him. Bud don't need to come back down to 47 to meet him. That's crazy. Why would he? Bud looking to try to make history and get out. Get his big bank and get out. His big bank is who? Canelo. He willing to take that gamble, see if he can beat him. If he beats him, he may go fight Benavidez next. If he don't beat him, he say, okay, I took it as high as I could go. I'm done.
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy if he gets the win. Like, oh my God.
Sean Porter, who has stepped into the ring with Terence Crawford, has some worries about this fight. He admits that Crawford is a strong and durable fighter, but he questions whether Crawford can handle Canelo's power. Porter understands Crawford's physical strength well, yet facing a fighter like Canelo, who has knocked out even bigger opponents, might be a different challenge. He feels that although Crawford has excellent defense, taking hits from someone like Canelo could be a serious test.
Say like, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Like once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, you know, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he still got that kind of steam. But, you know, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo have, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another, you know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that panned out, you know what I mean? So
Amir Khan, who has faced Canelo before, is strongly advising Terence Crawford to avoid this fight. Khan knows how powerful Canelo's punches are and doesn't think Crawford should take that chance. He believes that moving up to 168 pounds is too big a jump for Crawford and could end very badly for him.
I don't think that should happen. Look, I like Crawford, and I think Canelo is a beast that way. Honestly, I would advise Crawford not to do that.
Canelo versus Jamel Charlo playing out.
I think Canelo just outboxes. Well, no, doesn't outbox him, but I think just outpowers him and beats him to the punch. And you do give Canelo does have some sort of like decent speed as well, so I think Canelo just wins that fight easy.
Would it be a knockout?
Could be, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say.
Former champion Caleb Plant believes Terence Crawford is a powerful fighter with a unique style that makes him dangerous in any match. He admits that the weight difference matters, but also notes that Crawford has shown he can adjust. Plant thinks Crawford's boxing intelligence and strategy could make this fight more competitive than many anticipate.
Terence is not a regular guy, you know what I'm saying? He's special. And, you know, Canelo, he's a top-notch fighter, world-class fighter. Still on the pound-for-pound list, I'm sure towards somewhere near the top. And it's exciting. You know, Terence is freakishly strong. He can punch, he's got good crack, he can fight from both ways. Orthodox southpaw, he can fight at mid-range, close range, outside, and he can fight going both ways. So it's exciting. It's exciting. It's a big question mark on the end of it though. So that's why you know, I'm sure all of us are excited for that bell to ring and, you know, be able to find out firsthand.
Teofimo Lopez doesn't see Crawford having much of a chance in this fight. According to Lopez, Canelo is bigger, stronger, and far more experienced at higher weights. He believes that eventually, Canelo will land a powerful punch that could end the fight with a knockout.
What round does Crawford get knocked out? I'm gonna put 8. Let's put it on the universe. So I'm gonna put it on 8. 8. And if it goes the other way, I 8. You know, I 8. So yeah, Ryan, Joe, and Eddie Reynoso also. That'd be cool, man. We all get work. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have our own underground boxing, me and Ryan, before we fight.
Ryan Garcia has a similar view to Teofimo Lopez. He thinks Canelo's size and strength will be too much for Crawford. While Garcia respects Crawford's skills, he doesn't believe Crawford has the physical ability to handle a fighter like Canelo at 168 pounds.
That's going to be a great fight too. I can't believe they made that happen. So yeah, Turkey's been making a lot of great fights happen. You can't really hate on it. But I'm excited for that. I know Canelo, he's so big, so strong, and I think he'll be just too big. I mean, weight classes matter for a reason, right?
He said Tiafimo and Boots are going to be on your October undercard.
Oh, yeah,
and the
I heard
winners
that.
would fight each other. Is
I
that what you were told?
I didn't know that, but I'm
What do you
down.
think of that?
I don't care. Yeah, let's do it. I wanted to fight Tiafimo too.
The last one, I gotta do this. I agree with you that there's just like there's a lot of sanctioning bodies, there's a lot of promoters, there's gonna be more testing organizations, not just one. Tell me about that. Why are you so adamant about those lot?
I think that when a coach is pushing a certain organization, it just strikes me off weird. And for it to be like a mandatory thing, like why can't I use another organization, you know? But again, I don't want to talk about them because, you know, it might sue them.
Veteran trainer Joe Diaz is very straightforward in his view. He doesn't think Terence Crawford has any chance against Canelo. Diaz acknowledges that Crawford is a great fighter, but for this matchup, he sees nothing in Crawford's skills that could trouble Canelo. He believes the size difference and Canelo's power will be too much to overcome.
A lot of people that say that Crawford can beat Canelo, no problem. I mean, I respect that, but I just think they're stupid. I mean, excuse my language. The size difference of a bigger man changes everything with one punch. And I can see the same thing. I mean, you saw Canelo Alvarez fighting Amir Khan. Now, look at this. Terence Crawford moved from 47 to 54 to fight Madrimov. What did he do to Madrimov? Nothing.
A lot.
Okay, Madrimov was a 54-pounder. Now, to move up to 168, that's 2 more divisions. Canelo Alvarez will take any punch from Crawford, but I don't think Crawford will take any punches from Canelo. Remember, Canelo got hit by Triple G, the heaviest hitter in that division. And Canelo took those shots like a champ. I don't think Crawford has anything to beat Canelo.
Paul Stevenson is fully supporting Terence Crawford. He believes that skill wins fights and sees Crawford as the more skilled fighter in this matchup. Stevenson also rejects the idea that Crawford is too small, saying he's bigger and stronger than many people realize.
How is Crawford going to be able to bridge this weight gap?
Well, I don't think he can, in all honesty. I mean, he might not be able to bridge it on Saturday.
Yeah.
So,
one weight class.
68, yeah, but you're coming up from 35. 35, 40, 47, 54. Sooner or later, it's one too many. And 68 is definitely too many. But Crawford's brilliant. Like, he's a genius. He's a generational great. So maybe he can find a way to do it. But I feel he'd be hugely outsized against Canelo Alvarez. Yeah. But you have to use your movement. If you're Terence Crawford in that fight, the last thing you want to do is stand and trade. He'd be moving a lot in that fight, trust me. I'm not saying he'd be running, but he would be moving a lot. Of course, that's the way to beat him.
Yeah.
You know.
Jeff Mayweather is another boxing expert who respects Terence Crawford's abilities. He believes Crawford is the more skilled fighter, but he cautions that Canelo should not be underestimated.
With Crawford going up, I believe he can put a beating on anybody 154, 160.
But not 68.
Nah, Benavidez is...
Canelo. Yeah.
Canelo, I think he's a smart fighter. He doesn't rely on his power. Crawford ain't a fighter who just relies on his power. And then Canelo, you know, when he's fought Belenga, then fought Ryder, Munguia. It's even. I think it'd be a 50-50 fight if Crawford fought Canelo.
Even Bradman Edwards believes Terence Crawford can beat Canelo Alvarez by using his superior mobility, reach, and stamina. He highlights that Crawford's skill at fighting while moving and his mental toughness will be crucial in handling Canelo's pressure.
I think skills pay the bills. Yeah. And I feel like, truthfully, he's not as little as people think. Like, people think he's like very small.
He cut weight to get to 147, 154.
Yes. Yeah. He's not as small as like people think. It's just he look like it. Yeah. So like if you see him
in person
and he get on a scale or something, you wouldn't believe that's his weight.
I told somebody the other day, he might get on the scale weighing like 166, 167 fighting Canelo, and people wouldn't believe how ripped up and cut up, he'll still look. He won't look like he's overweight Terence Crawford. He gonna look like a solid Terence Crawford.
I think he beat Canelo though. I've been saying. I remember when he fought when they fought. Go watch an interview after the fight. I literally said I think Terence Crawford will beat Canelo.
Okay, I wouldn't say that.
Oh, a long time ago. Yeah. No cap.
I did tell him after the Spence fight. I said, "Man, go get Canelo. You the greatest. Yeah, this era
for sure.
Yeah, it's no question.
No question. Yes.
Actually, back to the you and Terence working together. Because you've shared everything you've learned from him. There was fans doing their homework in the Avanesian fight and in the Spence fight saying, actually, it looks like Terence may have taken a couple things from Shakur as well, not just Shakur taking things from Terence.
According to Atlas, Terence Crawford is the favorite to win. He believes Crawford is too skilled, too smart, and too well prepared. Atlas thinks Crawford's ability to adapt and his high ring IQ will secure him the victory. For him, it's not about size, it's about skill, and his confident Crawford has what it takes to win.
It's kind of tough, but if anybody can do it, I think it would be Terence Crawford. I mean, skill-wise, I think he's a better fighter than Canelo, but Canelo is also a great fighter but he owns that weight class that he's in. So I would just say that I think that Crawford has to fight almost a perfect fight to win. And take advantage of Canelo's mistakes.
Yeah, so we have, is it almost kind of a battle of, we have two guys, obviously the best, two of the best 3 or 4 boxers in the sport, regardless of weight class, but which one is closer to the version of their prime, right? They're both getting older. I mean, they're both still, very, very good at this point, but, do you think maybe one of them it's time for them to start falling off, and that might be the difference in this fight, that one starts to trail off a little bit?
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I mean, both guys are aging, and you never know. You never know when they're going to show their age. So it could be either one of them that does that. But I mean, I just lean to a Crawford because I just see dude has so many skills, and I mean, I just see that him possibly winning the fight by decision.
An interesting point is that Canelo is getting older, raising questions about whether his legs are as strong as before. Meanwhile, Crawford is a skilled switch hitter who impressed in his first fight at 154 pounds. Helwani believes Crawford is growing more comfortable at the higher weight and has been preparing for a challenge like this for a long time. His high boxing IQ could make the fight very competitive.
Catches, he slips, he's really good. But Crawford is just so clutch. His conditioning is so good. They're gonna be about similar heights. Crawford's a little taller, he's longer. And I think that Crawford's adjustments in fights are so underrated. He is a master adjuster. He finds something in every fight and just goes with it. That last fight, people talk about he struggled. You know what he found that last fight? A simple jab. He just started beating the guy up with a jab. He finds something in every fight. And he don't fight a lazy fight.
Stay tuned for more updates next time.